there was a split. Some of you moved to Kennedy, others are land, others. The effort to reunite the party, no, has it been the best?
Oh, not at all. There's not been any effort. Let me put it this way. There's not been any effort them together. And so it goes to leadership of the party. If they realizes that they divided the party, especially during the primaries, they should try and amend their ways. I was advised to say, one of the things we can do as a party to ensure that the next primaries, I'm making so much critique, a level playing field for everybody who wishes to conduct. So democracy now can see a practicing here and yeah, Juma. Now, we the course primaries. See, when Bawumia said that we lost the election because the party's front was divided, maybe that's who caused them. You caused it.
Bawumia caused that?
Yes.
Well, sure.
Yes, Q Nieman in his favor. No? Is he not the beneficiary of what happened? As a beneficiary, he should have said, no. Munyasa, what is right. They bypass the law. Wouldn't say, you promise, no. Let's say parliamentary first before the presidential. They bent it. They turned it upside down and made sure, say, they ship all the parliamentarians to vote for one candidate. And to the presidential national a parliamentary. These are things that caused all these problems. And until we agree, say, it was wrong. And that we do the right thing. Oh, yeah, polling station executive. New executive. You are not even aware. Can this be fair? And so that is where the whole issue generated. And he was right when he said that the division is costing and that much. And it is a part, remember, Agyapong said we were divided because of those things.
94.1.
Now, say, this time around, we are doing it as prescribed by our own constitution. I'm sure we'll be able to bridge the differences. Canada, Japan is ready to reconcile with everybody. Or call University, or say, we'll be anybody on that channel. Or also, you'll be on one channel. That is a big statement. Showing that he's ready to conform with the regulations and rules of the party to ensure that we rebuild the party. And I think that is what everybody should be doing. So that we bring everybody on board and win the 2028 election.
Somebody will say, sir, the approach and from the NPP, Canada, Japan end. Once more take you know. Campaign no one and you all sat down, watched as the party power slipped through your hands. And who blame Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia? The lines of Canada, Japan, and Co must also be blamed because how many answer the campaign?
Canada, Japan campaign, Medinachi, across several places, Oba Asante region. He didn't just do campaign; he used his money. Yakoba Biano Ma, traditional authority in Sika. It will be because Canada, Japan, and campaign. He was calm in his campaign because he had been accused of 10 offenses, 10 sins of Canada, Japan. And he was just calm in his approach to the campaigning. Me, I was a secretary of the Reconciliation Committee. I did work. You get the point. But that cannot be said to be the reason why Bawumia lost the election. We choose a popular candidate who campaigns on his propriety to win the election, not on the laxity of somebody who lost an election. And we expected that the party would choose a popular candidate who go out there and win. And we didn't do that. We chose a candidate who was not popular and insisted that he is the favorite of some people. He should lead the party. And we had the results. And so I'm telling you, even those who are willing to do the job, they didn't allow them to do it.
The Awukasa Bawumia no anya popular from all intents and purposes. Come on, people fast started, It's like Bawumia now is the last resort again. For the NPP to Okas onya popular. The lives of Adwa Safuano and the other catchers say, Mumubi Muhuanwa.
I'll be surprised if you know the position of even the party leadership about who is going to contest the next election. It's not true. Adwa Safo has become a friend of Bawumia on a Namuye campaign. You don't expect him to say any other thing. What do I say? If Adwa Safo is supporting Bawumia, it is not surprising. Abua Paponi Homo Jabedi Kennedy Chinomo were they not pro Bawumia supporters? And it's never correct. If we make the mistake and go and choose Bawumia again, we will not have any better results.
NPP.
Yes. Look, let me analyze the defeat.
94.1.
So with tribal conflict here on off.
Exactly.
You see how it adversely affected the party. So we lost all the northern votes. And then when we come to Western region, the settler areas are half. We lost those places because these people were settlers whose numbers are quite huge. So it was across the country. Can this change when Bawumia is brought back to contest? The answer is a big no. The second point, the religious point. Were you not surprised to see NPP losing the Zongos, even with Bawumia? And have you asked yourself why? I have asked, and I know the reason. The Muslims rejected Bawumia. Is this going to change when he's brought back? The answer is a big no.
But Muslims rejected Bawumia when Bawumia is a Muslim and go for John Mahama who is a Christian. Our logic with the Bemena.
I want to results, Nana.
But it cannot necessarily be the fact. Not Muslim, Muslim goes with Muslim.
And I'm saying that as results. Zongos in our monitor. We lost in all the Zongos.
Maybe and because Bawumia because a Muslim.
But the party didn't call election. What to he is a Northerner and a Muslim, and for the first time in the history of the party, we are sending a Northerner who is a Muslim to win the Northern votes and the Muslim votes for the NPP. That was the only reason and rationale behind the selection of Bawumia. And so, going to the election, we were expecting that we will see that there's increase in votes from those areas to complement those votes from the rest first to win the election. I am saying that it failed. Why? Because the people had reasons to reject Bawumia. And are we going to bring the same candidate? I'm not saying Bawumia is not a gentleman. I'm not saying he's inefficient. But the Niamama party power, no, and yet those things that sends a party to power is what caused our defeat. And if we want to address that, we can repeat the candidate. And I think that you have heard the argument. Almost called 3 times, Nanado called 3 times, and the Bawumians called 3 times. It means that they believe 2028 is a done deal for NDC. Because Bawumia cannot win 2028, it's year change. 2032 near the local.
Wow.
Yes.
That is so interesting. I'm surprised with this analysis though. Say Bawumia and the Muslim command. Now rather a Christian John Dramani Mahama. So what can I cry on?
Let me tell you. John Mama has rewarded the Muslims by giving them another public holiday and only send the first project I'll come have some a hard village.
Yeah.
Have you thought of it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It is a reward for voting for him. He is rewarding them. You monitor the election and you see that the Muslims rejected Bawumia. And when we went to the Zongos, they told us why. They say he doesn't practice pure Islam. They said he went to a shrine, he went to churches. And Okoyi, Philadelphia, to know a church to a shrine, Okoho. And idea you go good it so. And
so we don't even know the true religion of Dr. Bawumia.
Yes.
True faith of Bawumia.
Exactly. So the question of the religious advantage that he has, it's not there again. Let's think about these two.
Mike, a question.
Yes, Reverend Mebusa lawyer say in my previous statement, we didn't come on. Emma on reconciliation of the party, no. He told me say Omaya Hojuma, and before the elections, no, he was the secretary to the Ashanti Regional Reconciliation Team. Yeah. Why is he telling us today, say they made no effort in reconciling the party?
No, I know yet now after the party lose. For reconciliation, now
or before the election. Okay, now or previous before the election.
Yeah, lawyer.
Sir Mark, now reconciliation after election. Results no buy, and there are several issues. One of the things that the party has to do is to embark on a reconciliation activity to make sure that we are all together now, promising them that there will be fairness in the conduct of our elections, and that we will respect the rights of everybody. Because look, you're too about we never showdown. You can't say nothing happened. You can't say nothing happened. Something happened. And then when we have tried, in fact, at the reconciliation, in terms of party people, we invited everybody, tried to resolve their differences. We had about 80% success. But Oma agreed as supporters, no? What happened to them? Example. Agyapong and the Ejusu issue. We met them, not once, not twice. Trying to resolve the issue, got them to mobilize the supporters. But after the election, when I met them and asked them, sir, so what happened? They gave me a different view about what happened when they went back home and the decision they took on whether or not to support NPP in the elections. And we have to revisit all of them now and bring the people together.
Lawyer, my man now was on this, but I think, sir, the party in Asante region, so by cultural say, the region no, it's known for the party. Ntinka no so there one more party, more there region. If I look at how the MDC beat you guys mercilessly, first time hitting over 30%, and also your Zongo community.
Medase. Ezra. Someone himself, Alan Chamatin, Asante region.
Aye.
Okay. Ezra 94.9. I am telling you. Oma ya sorry ani atu abati omo. Oma no mu support Alan Martin and other factors including chieftaincy and tribal issues played a role in this. What does it? And you know, the point that we are making is that the reasons for the apathy was not because they didn't just want to go to Nkrofobuafu. Economic policies like levy affected us. The fact of say Chimobi Samobi affected the party. Party people want to about who can't manage them. Get over some kind of say I saw say can't get over economic to man. And the root cause of everything is how we selected our leaders in the primaries. And they thought it was not worth dying for the party. A team, football team. T-shirt, they will not vote because primaries no say I had to promise them the T-shirt, but I'll have to buy it because we have another election to go. And this affected the party in Asante region. And I am against the findings that were made by Untumi Committee because they wanted to wash some people. What I say? Otherwise, if they were going down to look for the causes of beta, you know that it is clear. And there was a conflict in the executive committee too. You are aware of the Asante Regional Executive Committee. There was confusion everywhere. And yes, we lost, but it's because the favorite candidate of the Asante region party members was not chosen. What he no can, no vote, no can. It was true. It wasn't manufactured though.
Ezra 94.1.
Now come and share. So papa ne what do you Ohinema and of my mem found example. Now it doesn't translate to having the people to support you. What does it? And these were things that he ought to have checked. And yes, you may have the favor of those up there. What about those of us who are down there, who have been neglected, who feel cheated and all that? And it's important. Remember, Canada, Japan had 37% in all. And he has support. Now, me make platforms and me daso. Yeah, na me pom choice of Montuaba. You will not believe it. And they were insisting they will not vote. You will not believe it. Kennedy had to communicate on all those platforms. So, it is better for us to be in government than to be in opposition.
Ezra 94.1.
And look, let's do what is right. See, elections, we will all come together and work. Yes, I'm mafia, and I could see free and this near the people. I am mafia and Quaniabo.
I appear study wa Ewan Krebi Mike is
lawyer appear study we say Ochiana mum me sound say would you to say second Japan enyan free NPP mu a anase onfiri asase so a ebe den say party NPP ebetimi aba power. There are two issues. Say second Japan lead party no na onfiri mu dia ebe den say party aba power. Do you agree to that?
I don't agree at all to it. I don't agree at all. The meaning say Canadian Japan be election. Normal fair election. Na yato. Na Canadian.
94.1.
He will happily join whoever wins and campaign. On your showdown. Na say Ibunu sisinu dia ne supporters ni na be showdown.
Thank you, lawyer. I'm grateful. Right.